Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been asking these questions through the various live streams and Discord communities for Cookie Run Kingdom, and that's going to be, is Wildberry Cookie good? What toppings are best for Wildberry Cookie? And not only that, Kodeations, is it worth me summing on the Wildberry banner? Well, I've brought you guys my first impressions, and I've done a bunch of different testing since then, so without further ado, let's dive right into it. Right in, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the cookie of discussion for today's video, and that's going to be Wildberry Cookie. And guys, it's going to be no secret here that Wildberry Cookie is literally taking over the top 100 ranks in the overall Kingdom arena. Literally every single team is going to be featuring a Wildberry Cookie. So that leads me to answer the very first question, and that's going to be, is Wildberry Cookie good? Well, based on just, as you saw there, top 100 in arena, everybody's utilizing them. The short answer is absolutely. And a lot of it boils down to just what his skill has to offer and what he's kind of brought to the game. As you can see here, taking a look at the Wild Punch skill, that's got a base value of 10-second cooldown. We've got a single hit that does damage, also providing a 1.3-second stun. The next thing is going to be extra damage to enemies that are knockback resistance by 100%. The third thing we've got, and that's going to be a wild buff that is going to be 35.3% to final blow for every hit. It can stack up to 30 times, increasing his damage. Fourth we've got, and that's going to be damage resistance for 15% buff to all allies during battle rage. Fifth we've got, and that's going to be uppercut damage is going to be 33.8%. And final we've got is going to be one final mega blow of 247.8% plus Wild's extra damage, all together in one skill. And as you guys can see here, man, it's absolutely insane when it comes to his skill. We've got a defense frontline cookie that does a bunch of different things. Every single hit that he does damage, on top of also providing a stun. He's going to be providing himself a buff that then it can stack based on how many times he takes hits. Not only that, that's going to be increasing his damage. He also provides, a bonus to damage resistance to all of your allies by 15%. And then finally here at the end of whatever, his stacks end up being, he does a final mega blow. So again, overall, the guy is absolutely insane. Now, the next thing I want to dive into, that's going to be the best toppings of choice for Wildberry Cookie. And that is going to be a full set of solid almonds, guys. Because Wildberry is a frontline unit, you want to make sure that you are stacking as much damage resistance as you possibly can. And a little side note here that you guys might not know if you're not in the top tier ranks, and I mean like Masters 2 all the way through Grandmaster in the arena, is that the secret is everybody's using solid almonds on every single one of their cookies. And yes, I mean damage dealers, your sorbets, your eclairs, including even caramel arrow on some team compositions, because it's just the way the current meta is. As far as individual substats go here, naturally, guys, focus in on getting as much damage resistance as you possibly can get. You can see we're currently sitting at 44.4%. The next one up would probably be also crit resistance, another very big one for the overall arena, especially at the top tiers, because you want to try to resist as much crit as you possibly can to help your character stay alive. Not only that, we've also got attack speed, another very good one for certain team compositions around Wildberry Cookie. And last but not least, I would honestly say that attack, again, is going to be another good one that you can stack via substats. And to give you guys an example of something like this, here we've got a 6% damage resist substat. Again, very, very nice. We've got a 2.2% attack substat, and then we've got a little bit of HP down here, which again, HP's never hurt anybody. It just allows them to stay alive a little bit longer. So now that you guys know that Wildberry Cookie is absolutely worth investing in, and you guys know the best toppings to use for Wildberry Cookie, what are some decent compositions that you guys can use in the game right now to start increasing your overall progression? So now, one thing to talk about here when it comes to PvE content, Wildberry Cookie absolutely is somebody that you can feel good about investing in and bringing onto your team comp. Not only is a frontline defense unit, so he should be able to take, a lot of damage, but also, secondly, here he provides a stun on every one of his basic attacks. So anything outside of bosses where they're immune to stun, essentially he will provide some sort of, survivability mechanic or utility with his stun. The second thing with Wildberry Cookie is he actually does a really good amount of damage even for being a defense unit. And obviously more damage is always welcome. The third thing here that he's got, and that's going to be providing that damage resistance buff for all of your allies by 15%. So again, very, very good option here to include in your overall team comp. And you can also run double tanks in the overall PvE as well as you can run double healing. So Wildberry Cookie paired up with somebody else like Dark Cacao or Dark Choco or Holly Berry, obviously again is not going to be a bad option. As you can see here, we had no problems just breezing through 14-15 here utilizing Wildberry. And I just know that a lot of you guys have that question. That's why I brought that in for PvE, man. Wildberry Cookie, yes, is shining right now in the overall Kingdom Arena, but he's still a very good cookie to utilize in PvE aspects. If you're new to the game, diving in, you pulled a copy of Wildberry Cookie, don't feel bad about investing in him and utilizing him on your PvE teams, because again, he's going to only benefit you now and also in the long run when you do start to run the overall Kingdom Arena and to really try to rank up, especially via this season. So now officially diving in here to some arena compositions that you guys can use right now, man, with Wildberry Cookie to climb up the individual tiers before it officially resets. The very first one is going to be what you see here on screen. We've got Wildberry Cookie, we've got Dark Cacao Cookie, Caramel Arrow, we've got Maddie here, and we've got Pomegranate. All three of the individual treasures are going to be the Old Pilgrim Scroll, the Robe, and also the Sign. And this literally is going to be one of the top teams right now currently in the overall arena, including all the way at the Grandmaster tiers, guys. So again, keep that in mind. This one is not a bad one to build. If you haven't checked it out, I have a guide, and also High Roll Legend himself also has a guide covering on exactly how to build this team. Next team that we've got here, and that's going to be a slight alteration from the very first one, and that's going to actually be, once again, Wildberry Cookie, Dark Cacao, we've got Pomegranate, we've got Caramel Arrow, and then last but not least, we've got, and that's going to be Herb. Again, with the overall treasures, the exact same. We've got the Scroll, we've got the Robe, and we've also got the Sign. Now, this team composition is a little bit more, offensive instead of defensive. You're still running, 2 tanks. However, though, by swapping out Maddie, which again is going to be that third tank to make it more of a defense style, defense offensive team, because obviously you could use either one of them to do attacks. However, this time we're utilizing Pomegranate to then really buff the entire party's attack, which is going to allow Caramel Arrow and Wildberry most of the time to take first and second place for top DPS. Again, just a very good composition that is running rampant right now in the top ranks. The third team we've got for you guys today, and that's going to be this one as you see on screen. We've got Wildberry Cookie, Pumpkin Pie, Sorbet, Parfait, and Herb. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that this is a utility or a niche team. This team is specifically designed for one thing and one thing only, and that is to destroy tanks in the arena. If you go up against, a triple tank team, a double tank team, something like that, where it's very tank heavy, and at the top ranks where everybody's running, solid almonds, utilizing this team can help you destroy that front line on the enemy team, and then allow you to do the additional damage you need to the back line to hopefully not allow the units to survive long enough to get the damage buff, via the timer in the overall arena. Again, it's going to be a very niche team, but nevertheless, something you can absolutely use to help you when it comes to climbing tiers. And then last but not least here, I want to mention that's going to be talking about the special featured cookie banner for Wildberry. As you can see, we've only got 27 days left on this banner, and at the current moment, he's the only featured banner. And now you might be asking, well, what's so important about this? Well, the reason why this is important to mention is because new players are going to be diving into the Dark Cacao server, and they're literally not going to know if it's worth pulling on this cookie or not. So I'm here to tell you, as a new player diving into this game, this cookie is very, very valuable, all right? It's not going to be like, some of the older banners where I would have advised, you can pull if you want to. If you don't, it's not game breaking. No, this cookie absolutely would give you a jump start on building an arena team, helping you climb those additional tiers. Secondly, it's going to allow you to have a frontline tank right away at the start of the game, and that's absolutely going to be a massive game changer for you. And not only that, there's a lot of stages where a stun would absolutely come in handy, and utilizing Wildberry Cookie can do exactly that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that helps you guys, man, decide if Wildberry Cookie is going to be worth it. I'm telling you, for my personal opinion, he absolutely is going to be worth it. I don't see the meta shifting anytime soon with basically pushing Wildberry Cookie out. He's just way too valuable with his overall kit and skills. You guys let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you guys have any additional questions, feel free to join the Discord. That link is always provided down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related. We cover it all from guides, tips, tutorials, tricks, coupons, updates, leaks, you name it. You'll find it here on the channel. And with that being said, as always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.